Hi, my name is Patricia Seraphim, Hybrd's Health and Beauty Director. Today I'm going to be showing you how to apply Hybrd's mineral makeup. My model today, she has already cleansed her skin with the Hybrd's Rice Cleanser. The second stage, she's already toned her skin with Hybrd's Rice Toner. And then finally, what we've applied, because she's quite young, so she really doesn't need the serum, we've applied the Rice Moisturizer. So we're now ready to apply her foundation. That's the first stage. All right, so I'm going to show you how to apply the foundation. Okay, now, what I would say is Hybrd's mineral foundation comes in a powder form. Now, as you can see, it comes like this. And it's also very important when selecting the shade of the foundation that you select the shade with the right undertone. So the undertones of the foundation is either a red tone, yellow tone, it could be very pale, or it can be more of a sort of a browny, olivey tone. It depends on your skin type. So the first thing you would do is to patch test. So you would patch test your skin to see which foundation blends into your skin. And what you're trying to achieve is to make sure that when you apply the foundation to the skin, it blends in and it looks like you're not actually wearing very much. So at first, when you apply it, it will look a little bit powdery. It could look powdery, but don't worry about that. But the most important thing is to make sure that the tone is correct. So that when you've applied it onto the skin, it looks like, you know, you're not really wearing much makeup at all. You'll have that perfect, flawless skin. Right, now, I would suggest when testing the foundation is to, because it's a loose, as I was showing you earlier on, Hybrd's mineral foundation is loose, I would work from the lid of the container. In the actual foundation, all foundations, they have a sieve, so you can regulate how much or how little that you use. Because of demonstration purposes, there's quite a lot in the actual pot, so that you could actually see the foundation itself. Alright, so I'm going to patch test onto my model's face. So what I would do, I would just, you know, really it's quite easy. Just a little bit on the nose, usually as an area to test, or on the jawline. Now as you can see, as I'm applying this in a small area, you can see that the foundation has blended in. So it's hardly noticeable. Alright, so as we know, that's the perfect shade for her skin today. That is the perfect shade for her skin. Right, now for those ladies who have the experience or they have blemishes or pigmentation on the skin, then you would apply it first onto the pigmented area in a damp form. Alright, but today we're really just going to be dealing with the straight application. Right, so, okay. And again, it's important when you use the Hybrd's powder brush, which is specially designed to pick up the minerals. It's a flathead brush. So you pick up the minerals on the brush, you make sure you shake off the excess. It's important because you don't want any of the foundation to really be spilling down onto your clothes. And also, it's really good of saving the product. You know, you're not using too much unnecessarily. Again, it's important when you apply the foundation, you apply in a round circular motion and you build up the application, the coverage of the foundation. Okay, so I'm going to start first on her forehead. And as you can see, it's starting to cover there. So again, you know, for those ladies who have little blemishes, any breakout, you know, it's fine, because the beauty about the foundation is that it's from minerals, so there's no chemicals, there are no parabens, there's no dyes in it that's going to cause any irritation to the skin. It also gives a fantastic coverage, and by applying it in this round circular motion, what it's actually doing is actually knitting the minerals together. So when the minerals are knit together, it actually causes the foundation to become water resistant. So for those ladies who want to go to the gym and they don't want to go without wearing any makeup, this is perfect. It's light, it's breathable, allows your skin to breathe, gives you the coverage, and also it's water resistant. So you know, if you're perspiring, again, you'll find that the foundation will stay in place. All you would do is just gently fan yourself or use a tissue or something just really to blot off the excess. Okay, now Hybrd's Mineral Foundation also has a sun factor of 15. So when wearing it, you know you've got your sun protection. I'm just going to the other side. You've got sun protection there. All right, so if you're out and you've forgotten to put in the summer months, you've forgotten to apply any sun protection to your skin, because you know it's important to apply sun protection because of the damaging rays of the sun, which will cause burning, aging of the skin, and prevention, as you know, is better than cure. All right, so we're applying the foundation all around the face, also making sure we go under the jawline, up to the hairline, so it blends in. Okay, so I've done one application here. As you can see, it's covered her skin really nicely, and it's a perfect shade for her skin. I'm going to do a second application just to give a slightly heavier coverage. Now, the other thing about Hybrd's Mineral Foundation, for those ladies who want a heavier coverage, you can apply it in a damp form. What I mean by that, you would use a foundation brush, dampen the brush, and then work with the powder and apply it onto the skin that way. Once you've done that, then you're going to get a really good coverage. And again, it's perfect for those ladies who have got special occasions, such as weddings and so on. You know, you want your makeup to last you all day long without it fading away. Now, during the course of the day, this is really easy to touch up. When using your Hybrd's Mineral Foundation, you would just use the brush during halfway through the day and then just really re-go over what you have already. It doesn't build up. That's the beauty about Hybrd's Mineral Foundation. You don't get that build up of too much foundation on your skin. It still looks really natural. And again, for those, like I said, really sensitive skin, you know, the teenage skins, the young girls who like to wear makeup at an early age, this is the perfect start, because we don't want to use anything that's too harsh and with chemical. It has titanium dioxide. It's one of the ingredients in the foundation, in the mineral makeup, as you know. And like I said, there's no chemical colorants or anything like that, no artificial dyes. And also for those ladies who are really into foundation makeup, Hybrd's Mineral Makeup is not tested on animals, so it's really safe. Alright, so we've got a nice coverage here. So I've applied a couple of times. And like I said, you apply it in a round circular motion. By applying it in a round circular motion, this is actually just knitting the minerals together. And then you're going to achieve that coverage that you really want. So it's really like 3 in 1. A concealer, foundation and powder in one. To conceal, you would use it damp, and to conceal the area that you want to conceal first of all. And then you would apply the foundation as you see here in those round circular motions. And then powder, because it leaves that matte finish to the skin. You've got that powder look, but it's not overly powdered. It still gives you that natural look. Now, like I said, as it warms into your skin naturally, you'll look flawless. Right, okay, so, all right, so we've got the foundation on. And again, you know, when you're applying foundation, Hybrd's Mineral Foundation, also remember to apply it over the eyelids, because if you're wearing eyeshadow, it's a good base for keeping the eyeshadow in place. And also it helps to conceal those areas where you may have dark shadows under the eyes or over the eyelids. Okay, so again, it doesn't clog up the skin, and also the fine minerals is fantastic. And also remember to make sure you take it right close underneath the eyes. And again, you know, if you're going out in the evening, you want your lipstick to last, it's a good idea to apply the mineral makeup, Hybrd mineral makeup, onto the lips. All right. Again, you know, if you want to correct the shape of the lips, this is a really good way of doing it. You can either apply it with apply the Hybrd's foundation dry, or dampen it for more heavier coverage, and then you can apply a lip liner and reshape the lips. And also, like I said, it's a good base for your lipstick or your gloss. It really holds it in place for longer. All right, so perfectly, we've got a lovely matte, even tone to the skin. So we're now ready to go to the next stage. Okay, for me, I always like to go to the cheeks first. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply the cheek colour first, and then just show you how this can work. Now, Hybrd's blushes, again, they come in a powder form, but what's so wonderful about them is that you can apply them dry, or you can apply them through cream. So for those ladies who have more of a dry, mature skin and they don't really like the effects of a dry powder on their skin, it can also be applied in a creamy. So you just put a bit of your cream, your face cream, apply it onto the face very lightly. I mean, a tiny amount will give you a creamy foundation, a creamy blusher. Or you apply it dry with Hybrd's blusher brush. Again, it's shaped in the perfect shape, so that it can pick up the minerals and work really easy, so your application will go on easy and you get a lovely finish. Alright, so I'm going to use this colour. The colour is called Love. It's in a loose form. Again, you would make sure that, I can show you how much it is, how much is in here, but you would just use a very small amount. In the lid of this, you really don't need as much as this, but just for demonstration purposes, and that's why we've got quite a lot there. Alright, so we're going to take a small amount. Again, like I always suggest, work from the lid. It's like your little palette, really. Right, so we're just going to look for where her cheekbones are. So usually, you know, for those ladies who find it difficult to apply blusher and are not quite sure where to apply the blusher, is to just ask or look into the mirror, just suck in, and then you'll see your cheekbones. So you can just apply it just above the cheekbones, just there. I always just dot it on first. Once you've found the spot, you dot it on, and then you can blend in afterwards. Again, the secret is to build the colour up as you go along. Less is more. If you make a mistake, it's easy to rectify. You can either just blend it in with more powder, or you could use a makeup sponge just to make that correction, and then you can continue with what you're doing. Again, with the blusher, it's a good idea, like I said before, to work it in round circular motions, because what you're doing, you're knitting the minerals in, you're knitting the colour in into the skin, so it gives a more natural, longer lasting look. Again, you can use as much or as little as you like. Like I said, you can build it up as you go along. Okay, so the next stage, what I'm going to do, I'm going to now apply on the eyelids. You can either tap it on like I'm doing here now, just to get it onto the eyelids, and then blend it in with a brush. Okay, so we put the, and it's so easy to use as well, because, you know, if you're not really good at applying eyeshadows, the beauty with these mineral Hybrid's mineral eyeshadows is that, you know, just apply it and then blend it in, and it all blend in really nice. It will give you that wonderful look without trying too hard. Okay, so the next shade, the next colour I'm going to be using, I'm just going to use it just in the top middle socket there. Again, it's easy to just tap it on with the brush, run it right through the crease area. And like I said earlier, you know, these colours, you can make them very soft and subtle. You can intensify the colour, making it really vibrant and bold by dampening the applicator. But for today's makeup, we're going to be giving you a very subtle look with these colours, a very fashion colour look. All right, so you apply it through the crease of the eyelid there. And then once you've applied the colour, you would use Hybrid's blending brush. And you use the blending brush to just really blend in the colour so there are no harsh edges there. So really what you're trying to achieve is to blend in the silk with the rich maroon. So there are no harsh lines, it's a very soft look. Okay, so we've done that. I'm going to do the same on the other side, and then you can see what it looks like. Okay, so we're using rich maroon in the socket of the eye. Okay, so we've applied colour, and what we're going to do, we're going to use again Hybrid's blending brush to blend in the two shades so there are no harsh lines. Okay, so there we are. You've got two shades there on the eyes so far. Okay, the next colour I'm going to be using on my model today, I'm going to be using this shade. It's still within the purple plummy shades. You know, this is just to show you that you can use more than two shades on an eyes when you're wearing, and it can look very subtle and very effective. It's called Eminence. Eminence. It's called Eminence. It's this wonderful purple shade, very subtle. Okay, so again, you would pick up a small amount of the eyeshadow. Again, work from the lid. And I'm just going to blend a little bit just on the outside corner here, just to get a bit of depth, really. Alright, so we put a bit of the eminence on the ends just there to make it a little bit more interesting. Alright, I'm going to do the same on the other side now. And as you can see, you really don't need to use a lot of the eyeshadow, the colour. Okay, so we've got it on both sides, and again, finally, we're going to blend. It's important to also blend the shades as you go along. Now the beauty with our eyeshadows, once you've applied the colours, you can also add to it again. So what I would say, you know, get the colour on first, and then if you really need to bring more depth and for it to be more vibrant, then you can touch it up at the final end. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to now go on to her eyebrows, because it's important, the eyebrows. Okay, Hybrd has a wonderful eyebrow kit. The eyebrow kit has the 3 shades, the 2 shades you need with the wax, which will set the eyebrows. Inside the eyebrow kit, you have the colour, your highlighter and the wax, the applicator which will make it easy, and tweezers if you need to do any corrections. So first of all, I'll take a little bit of the eyebrow powder onto the brush, and then gently, it's important to, when you're applying the eyebrow colour, is to gently feather it on. Just imagine, you know, you're doing a little drawing, so you're sketching it on. So you can follow the shape naturally. Or if you don't have eyebrows, you're not very confident, you can use stencil. It's always a good idea to take your time when doing the eyebrows, you know, until you get an expert and you know how exactly to apply the eyebrows for your own face shape. Okay, we're going to do the same on the other side. So this is what we're actually using, Hybrd's eyebrow kit. So the colour is a darker shade. We have several other shades which are going to be suitable for the shades, you know, from the lightest to the darkest of eyebrows. Because what you really want to do is keep it looking as natural as possible. Okay, so now we've created the eyebrows. Well, we've not created them, but now we've just enhanced our natural eyebrows, and so you can actually see them, they stand out. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to just be highlighting just under those eyebrows with a highlighter in Hybrd's eyebrow kit. This can also work as a highlighter when applying your foundation, your eyeshadows to the look as well. Now, to really make the eyebrow stand out, you can also just highlight just above the eyebrow itself with a clean brush. Just a very fine line. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the highlighter on the eyelid, we've got two colours through the middle, and we have the highlighter on the brows, and we've done the eyebrows. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go with the brush and just very gently make sure that everything's blended in really well so the lines are soft, there are no harsh lines. Now, at this stage, you can add a bit more colour if you need to. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit more of the plummy purpley on the end just there. Bronzers, you can use it all over the face really. Really just gives that lovely extra sheen to the face. Right, so this is really, will bring out, it's really nice because it gives that lovely sun-kissed look, especially in the sunshine. You can use it also down the centre of the nose. Okay. Now, the next product, mascara. Now, Hybrd's mascara is a vegan mascara. It's 100% natural, not tested on animals. No colorants, it's from minerals. So the color is very dark. It's a black, but it's a very dark, intense shade. I know black is black. There are many different shades of black, but this is really a black, dark, intense color. It's wonderful. It's water resistant. It's not waterproof. It's perfect to use on customers who have extremely sensitive eyes, who cannot generally wear mascara, those who wear contact lens. It's perfect for everyone really. And again, it's easy to apply and it really gives a lovely in-depth dark shade. It lengthens the eyelashes. It doesn't lengthen them by fibers because there are no fibers in the mascara, but it does actually lengthen the lashes by the application. So you can apply 1, 2, 3 times to really give it that nice deep, you know, length and also thickness to the eyelashes. Now my model today, I'm going to give her 1 application because her eyelashes are looking wonderfully long. Alright, so you can just see that the colour on her lashes. So again, another tip when using mascara is to make sure when you take the mascara brush out, make sure there's not too much mascara on the brush. And number 2, never like pump the mascara like that, because when you do that, you're actually putting air into the mascara. And what it actually does, it will dry your mascara up a lot quicker. So what you do, once you take it out, you pull it out gently, just wipe off the excess before you apply it to the lashes. That way you're going to get a nice even coverage without it getting cloggy. Alright, so you will start the lashes, start from the roots and work to the tips. Okay, we're going to do the same on the other side. Now again, for those ladies who want lash mascara on the bottom lid, you can do that as well if that's your preference. I think we'll do that today on our model because I'm not actually going to be using eyeliner because I want to just keep the eyes looking like this today. Alright, so she can just look up for me and then we just put a bit of mascara on the bottom lashes. And a tip as well, when doing the bottom lashes, always use the tip of the mascara brush. You can control it easy and also you've got less product. And also the actual the brushal effect is very light. Again, you know, if you make a mistake, it's easy, you can correct that, use a cotton bud or something and it will just lift off very easy. Any mistakes you make on the face, you can use cotton buds to make that correction. Or a makeup sponge. Alright, so I'm going to now apply the mascara on the other side. Again, you know, we work with the tip. Now there are not very many, if any, vegan mascaras out there, so we're really unique by having a Hybrd having a vegan mascara. And again, like I said, you know, for all those ladies out there who don't like to use anything of any animal product, you know, for those of different religion, you know, or their own natural beliefs, this is a total natural vegan mascara. Okay, so we've applied a bit of... See, what we're doing here, we're giving a natural but colourful look. Alright, so we've got mascara on the top lashes and we have mascara on the bottom lashes. Okay, so now let's just finish off by just checking the shades. We just make sure everything's blended in nicely. Again, we don't want to see any harsh lines. Okay, and I'm going to finish off with this wonderful pink, very fashionable at the moment. It's Hybrd's long-lasting lip gloss, and it's called Paint Job. So we're doing an actual paint job now. So we're going to put the colour on. It's a lovely vibrant pink, fuchsia pink, which is very fashionable and very modern, and for our lovely model today. Alright, so again, for those ladies who like to outline their lips, you can do that first. Make sure you outline and then soften the line by using the brush. Or you can just apply it directly from the container onto the lips. Again, with any of these tubes, you don't pump it in because you put air. Air will dry your product out. Alright, so you take a small amount. It's also very good, you could use a lip brush really to apply the lip gloss or lipstick, but today I'm just going to show you how to use the actual wand of the lip gloss to apply your lip gloss. It's important to try and have a steady hand. But again, you know, if you make a mistake, that you could always correct it and start again. This colour is so wonderful. It's such a vibrant, you know, fun colour. Now I'm just going to ask my model to just gently push her lips together, gently. That's it. And then I'm just going to finish off. Open for me a little bit. Okay, I'll go to the other side now. Now, another trick, you know, when you're wearing lipstick or lip gloss, is to, when you've applied the colour, the next thing is to do, which I'm going to show you how to do this, is to use a tissue and blot the lips. This way it helps to keep the colour in, so it's going to really push the colour into the lips and you apply second application. That way you'll find that your lipstick or your lip gloss will last you longer. And this is really good for, you know, if you're going out and for the evening. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to give my model a tissue so she can just blot her lips and then I'll reapply. Right, so what do, you put the tissue in between, so you just ask the model, but you do this yourself. Blot it gently, that's it, lovely. So you can see a bit of colours come off, but don't worry, because what you still have the remainder of colour, and that's now really just settling into the lips. Alright, so we get rid of that. Then we're going to make a second application. Okay, so As you can see, we've got a lovely even coverage there. Lovely glossy look with our new long-lasting lip gloss, which is called Point Job. Straight to the point. Alright, so it looks wonderful on her. Now what I'm going to do now, I've applied all the colour. I'm just going to go very lightly with the brush just to blend everything in, and then finish off lightly with the powder brush so that we know that everything's set in its place. Now for those ladies who like to use foundation spray to set your makeup, you can do that. Alright, so I'm now going to go back to just touch up, blend in so everything looks perfect. Okay, so again, very lightly, you can use the same brush, you don't need to put product, but just very lightly, just go over the face, dust lightly, everything's blending in nicely, and there are no harsh lines. Make sure you take the foundation right up to the hairline, up to the ears, under the jawline, and if need be, you know, if your neck is slightly different, you can apply the actual foundation onto your neck. Alright, and here we are, this is our finished look of Hybrd's mineral makeup application.
Hi, I'm Simone. I'm Hybrd's makeup artist. Today we'll be doing a date and evening look on my lovely client model. So first of all, I'm going to get started with the eyebrows. I'll be using Hybrd's eyebrow palette. It comes with a lovely angled brush and another applicator, and it also comes with a tweezer, just in case you want to correct any unwanted eyebrow hairs. So I'm going to go in with Hybrd's darkest shade. When you're filling in, you want to make sure that you're going in really lightly and not too harsh, especially when you get to the front hairs of the eyebrow. I'm going to go do that on the other side. I'm fading out the front of the eyebrows just to give it more of a natural look. Now I'll be using Hybrd's angled brush just to apply the highlight which comes in the eyebrow palette. This gives the illusion of making the eyebrow look like it's just been freshly done, and that gives the arch and higher. I'm just applying this right underneath the eyebrow bone. Just going to do that on the other side now. Thank you. This also gets rid of the illusion of unwanted hairs. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply the foundation. Today I'm going to be using Hybrd's Mineral Foundation in Honey. The brush I'm going to be applying with is Hybrd's flat top foundation brush. This is great for giving a really smooth and natural, flawless application. So I'm just patting off the excess foundation, just because you don't want to start off heavy, you want to be really light-handed with it. Now I love this foundation because it's quite buildable, so if you want a very light coverage, you can still have a light coverage. If you want it to be a full coverage, you can add more. So I'm just making sure I get it right underneath the eye. Just going to do that on the other side. And there we have our base. Next, I'll be using Hybrd's blusher in Flame. And I'll be using Hybrd's blusher brush to apply that. Just tapping the excess off in the lid. Smile. Now I want my model to smile just so I can get the apples of the cheeks, so it's just easier for me to apply the blush, and so I know where exactly to apply it. I'm applying in circular motion, but upwards. Now I love this blusher because the pigments are really strong, therefore it lasts you a really, really long time. Now I'll be going in with Hybrd's Fixing Lipstick, which looks like this. And what I love about this lipstick is it has a point to it, so you can use the point just to outline the lips and then fill it in. Open slightly for me. Should be your mouse. Thank you. I'm just going to ask my lovely model to rub her lips together slightly. Thank you. What I love about Hybrd's lipsticks is they're all very moisturising, especially for the winter. It helps. Now I'm going to be going in with Hybrd's mascara. What I love about Hybrd's mascara is that it's cruelty free and that the colour, it's really hard to find a matte black colour in mascaras nowadays. So this is really, really dark and it emphasises on your lashes and also helps them to grow. You look straight for me, thank you. I'm going to start from the root and just work my way up. Just going to do that on the other side. Lovely. Now I'm just going to go back in with Hybrd's foundation flat top brush. And with the excess foundation, just work everything in so that it blends naturally. And just do that on the other side. lastly, I'm just going to go in with Hybrd's Body Shimmer in bronze. Really gently you want to go with this because the pigment's very strong. So I'm just putting it in all the places where the light will hit the face. And down the rim of the nose. Do that on the other side. Again, just going to blend everything with the Hybrd foundation flat top brush. Especially where you've just put the highlight. You want to make sure that the foundation's gone all the way underneath the jawline. This just gives it a more natural look. And there we have today's day to evening look. For the daytime you would just wear this probably without the lipstick, and for the evening you just add the lipstick as I've done, which was Vixen. To create an evening look.